Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream, second one of today. Nice to see you folks in here tonight. SSTV net on 14300, really? Couple things. Oh. Dustin, you're here, right? Look what I got. Should I open it? Is it a check for me?
You could have told me yesterday that it was from Dustin.
I didn't tell anybody. Well,
you didn't tell us.
I know. It was a secret.
Wow.
Thanks for the check. $50, right? Let's see if I can open this thing. I got a couple things I'm going to open up here. This is like Mailbag Monday here, probably, right? And do we have Hamstick in there? Is he's still alive? He actually is not in his current home regular state what he's normally in. So I'll open this up. This is from Hamstick. I don't want to give away his address unless it's top secret. You there, Hamstick?
I think I'm here.
Yeah, I hear you. We're live. So okay, I'm opening this.
I got the DJI mic to work.
All right. Oh, look at that. $50. Dude, Dustin. Human SDR. Oh, wow. There's a bunch of them in here. Is this for every QSO? I'm also working FT8 here, by the way. So bear with me. I'll be on voice in a minute. Dustin. Ooh, come on.
Nice camera, Greg. There it is.
You probably should have sent me like a stack of like 50 of these things for all of our QSOs. What's up, Jason? Nice. I got a couple cards I want to show you folks. There's you got a couple different ones in here. Oh, that's why. Nice. I like the one with the pardon me, the lightning here. This is my favorite one right here. I see where you get the road. You designed mine with the road. I like that too. Thank you, Dustin. I still don't see the check in there. Since we're doing QSL cards, I got a couple more here. I can show them here. This is actually might be a little bit better way. Or actually, I can go like this. Oop, I hit the wrong button there. Demo. I can go like this. Look at that. That's actually a little bit better. All those were oh, nice. Not Google Maps. So this is a KZ4JT, Royal Palm Beach, Florida. I didn't know there was a Royal. This looks like 10 meter FT8 there. All right. So I got to remember to put this in a different stack over here. And this is from AI7ZS. And I think I actually talked to him yesterday. The Oregon coast, right? I need to cut my nail there, it looks like. This was this upper sideband, 5.9. I still have a stack I need to send out, so bear with me. Hamstick, you ready? Did we lose Hamstick? So. All right, Hamstick. You can't see it unless you're watching on a delay.
Yeah, and I forgot to put a QSL card in there.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully things can change and we can meet up, but I don't think sounds like it is. Is this a vest?
No.
It's not a vest?
No, it's way better.
I could be one of those vest guys. God, I made a mess here. Use my knife here. Hopefully. It's a cock. Oh, let me do this. Hit the wrong. It's a cock, right? I'm a cock?
It's the chicken man.
The chicken man. I'm gonna have nightmares about that guy. I might have to go to the same park when I'm out there next week.
Yeah, so that's the Hawaii chicken hat.
Well, the question is, was he eating the chickens that were walking around the park?
I don't think so.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. I'll wear this.
Now you don't have to wear the pizza hat.
I'll wear this in Hawaii when I go there next week. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
Yeah, sadly, that hat, I saw it at a store or like a trailer at the food court, or not food court, the where all the food trucks are in Kahuku. And I was like, oh, I gotta get this for Greg. And then I was too embarrassed to not buy it when they told me the price.
So $150 Hawaiian?
No, I think it was like $40.
Filters. Only one person watching right now? That can't be right.
I see 20.
Really? My thing must not update. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Hamstick, you are linked tonight. Are we allowed to say where you're at? You're just not in Hawaii.
Just East Coast is fine.
East Coast. So you're in the same time zone with Seth. How about that? Lane, what's going on? I just passed 50,000 hours officially. Well, according to MPI, that's our union, or actually it's not our union, that's our retirement and health fund. So I'm actually going to celebrate in a couple weeks because that was my original goal when I started out, was to hit 50,000. Now it's 60,000, but because it was my original.
You're gonna celebrate?
What's that?
You're going to celebrate by throwing out a hip.
I hope not. I almost blew my Achilles out working out earlier today. I'm only at 20K hours. Hey, but you know what? You're vested at this point, dude. Let's see how the bands are tonight. I didn't, before I get started, I mentioned before I got on, with Hamstick, and you guys saw, I don't know if you guys saw the first live stream. I tried out the ATOS, which I think the ATOS is fine. I had the ATOS on a mini tripod with about 80 feet of ground radio cable. And the antenna matched up fine. I had a pretty decent match. 40 was a little rough, maybe a two match, 2.1 maybe. Very good match on 10 and 15 and 20. But I wasn't getting out. And I think part of it was because I had the houses in the way, maybe. I don't know. Wasn't so good, but I know when I plugged my antenna my radio into my, what the heck am I using? Dipole. It worked pretty well. Bands are great tonight, and my wires are set up. Maybe I'll be able to finally make a QSO with you. Well, we already have one on FT8. Let's try it on 20. 20 seems a pretty fairly easy band. I have my antenna up as far as it can go tonight. I don't know if I like that setup with the ATOS, which is what I was trying to get at. It works good on my car, but I have to like mount a K400 on there every time I do it. And I don't want to leave that mount on permanently because it's a lot of weight on the car between the other K400. What? The 891 wasn't poop when I had it on my mounted on my Tesla. I think it did fairly well. Next time I have to listen to myself on a SDR when I'm out. By the way, I watched Mailbag Monday with K8 MRD, and you can check out his video on the site on his YouTube page. He had a writer or a person send him a message or a comment or whatever he was doing. Talking about self-spotting. Don't need a tuner. At least for my setup. And because a guy went to a park that had no Wi-Fi or no internet service or 5L, LTE or 5G, whatever. No internet connectivity. And I probably should just get yourself a Starlink. Actually, I know somebody that got the bigger Starlink, and he can use the 50 gig roam plan. The only problem is powering it remotely is kind of a pain in the butt. You got to use an inverter or a PoE injector. I haven't heard too many complaints about it.
So the PoE thing.
Yep.
PoE has a tendency to be a little noisy on HF. Even my Gen 2 dish, I had to put 10 turns on a Ferrite and 10 turns on an air choke to get the PoE noise down.
Interesting. Somebody's coming up on 250. You get linked with your home, your Flex?
Yeah, connectivity has been restored.
You were not linked there. Oh, wait a minute.
Not linked.
You were not linked there, pal.
Yeah.
I probably did say more bigger.
Go over. Actually, I had someone go over. They unplugged it, plugged it back in, still didn't work. So I had another person go over, and it turned out the GFI outlet got tripped somehow. And by somehow, I mean it was me. I did it.
You tripped it when you weren't there.
Oh, I think it just took a half hour to report that it was offline. I went out to verify right before I left that everything was all plugged in all the way, and I think I wiggled the cable or something, and it tripped the GFI.
That's unfortunate when you're that far away.
Yeah, because I didn't notice until I was at the airport.
Did you bring your Mini with you? I guess I lost him. All right, I'm gonna try to get on. I don't know if you guys. I don't hear. I thought I heard somebody on 250 a second ago. Where's my?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
I hear somebody way in there. They might be using the frequency there. You can hear me? I'm gonna have to go to a different frequency because I think I heard somebody talking.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use? All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Kilo Juliet 5 Hotel Delta Alpha.
QRZ, the 6th station, QRZ, W5 EQ8.
Standby W5 station, Kilo Juliet 5 Hotel Delta Alpha. 5-9 signal into Southern California. Sounding good, Lane.
Greg, you sound fantastic. You're actually in 5/5 here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Good to finally make a QSO with you on single sideband.
Yeah, copy that. Loved your audio sound right there. Sounding really good pumping into Southern California tonight.
That's good propagation today. The band's behaving, and I actually have my wire antenna out instead of my dipole. My dipole just skips right over California, but I got the wire set up in an inverted V, and I've been picking up California all day today, and it sounds great.
Excellent, Lane. Let's try 40 in a little while. My son just said here, so we should be opened up at least on my end. So I appreciate the QSO here, and good to finally make a voice contact with you here on 20 meter, and hope to do it on 40 too if that's available for you.
Yeah, sure thing. My wire antenna is resonant on 40, so I'll be around. I'll watch the stream a bit, watch you make a few more QSOs, and when you switch over to 40, I'll join you over there. Anyway, 73, make some more contacts.
Copy that. 73 there, KJ5HDA, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. And was there a K5 station in there? Go ahead. Was there a K5 station I heard right after the KJ5 station? Go ahead. All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Kilo 7 Uniform Alpha Papa QRP.
You're QRP right now?
No, I'm just kidding.
You're almost, I don't know if you're watching still or have the screen up, you're almost peaking at a plus 40.
Well, I'm only pushing a kilowatt, so that makes, perfect sense. You're about, 10 or 15 over here.
So if you don't like the 891, what do you like?
The 710. It's a much, much better radio, and I'm going to be getting the FTX 1F when it comes out.
Interesting. All right. I've had good luck on the 891. It's pretty easy to set up. For me, for coming from an Icom to go into a Yaesu to deal with the menus, it takes me a second to rearrange my mind on the menu structure, but everything seems pretty easily laid out.
So it's a decent radio. Don't get me wrong. The actual radio portion is a decent radio. The audio out is garbage. It has no tuner. It has no audio card, and the menu system absolutely blows. The thing is about the 710 is it's a much, much better radio in every single aspect. The menu system, the audio, everything is so much better that it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's worth being a little bit bigger, honestly. All right, back to you.
So that thing's $1,300, right? Is that what I'm looking at? The FT710?
It's $850.
Where are you seeing it for $850 at?
You can get an FT710 from Gigaparts or what's the other site? DX Engineering for $850 to $900.
Will the
You gotta
ATOS
get the
work with
field
this?
model.
Yeah.
And there's something I'm being told, a field model?
So the field model is without the big side speaker. It's more of a, for putting it in the car, taking it out on POTA. So mine is the AESS, which has the 950 model there. And it has the side speaker, and I just take it off and take it on POTA with me. But you don't really need the side speaker. It's only, it's kind of gimmicky. It sounds better, but it's not, I'd rather just plug in the headphones.
Why are you guys showing me this stuff?
Because it's a much better radio.
Didn't they show
than
it to you
the
before?
891.
No.
Well, the ATOS, I'm assuming the ATOS will work with this, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I got the 891 for under $600, though.
Like I said, it's not a bad radio. It's a good 100-watt portable radio, and it has a removable screen, so you can put it in your car a lot easier. But the 710 is it's worth the extra $200 because it's an absolutely incredible SDR radio.
W5NQH.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, W5NQH 7300 is not too bad.
That's a good radio. I used to have one.
Very good. Name is Dave, West Texas. I have two of them.
Dave, it's Greg, K6EGG. We made a couple contacts. Good to hear you in here tonight.
Yeah, very good. Just thought I'd jump in for my 2 cents worth. In any case, the 710 is pretty cool, too, for what it does.
Yeah, so that's where we differ. The 7300 is kind of an older radio, and the 710 is a brand new radio, and that it's a much better radio than the 7300. The 7300 is a good radio. It's just
Matt sounded good tonight, man.
Oh yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I'm too old-fashioned, I guess. One of the best receivers, and they're still out there, is the old tube. Kenwood TS830. Have you ever used one of those?
No, I can't say that I have, but the 710 is number 4 on the receiver list.
Yeah, well, it's the old 520. If you ever have a chance to listen to the old 520 or the 830, the Kenwood TS830, it's a tube rig.
I've kind of looked into a 710 a little bit before.
Even transmit.
From what I saw, that they were big. I wanted something small.
Back in the day. Anyway, just worth mentioning.
All right, well, I won't hold you any longer, Greg. K7UAP, thanks for the contact.
You dropped to an S20 Plus, by the way. Yeah, no problem. I'm always looking forward to good conversation and what works for some people as well. So I appreciate it. And Dave, good to hear you out there in Odessa, Texas, correct?
Yeah, Dave here in Odessa, Texas, Western Texas, W5NQH.
Copy that. I'm going to put you in a logbook tonight, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's not my frequency. I'm going to go up about 5 and listen there. There's a station calling me. I'll go up 5, W5NQH.
Thank you, Dave. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
What's up there, W9 BBW?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
It's quiet now. Lane, we messed everything up. What happened?
Kilo Juliet 5 station, go ahead.
Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha. Sorry, I missed everything up.
Man, you dropped a big time there, Lane. I don't know what happened there. Maybe the band's switching around a little bit, going long.
What's wild is you actually came up. You're 10 over 9 now.
Interesting. I did turn up the compression a little bit. I think I messed with the settings on it last night, so I just wanted to make sure. Hopefully I sound okay still.
Yeah, you're sounding great. Great audio. Really good audio. I'll let you get back on some QSOs, but I didn't want the band to go dead. Maybe,
what sounds great?
KJ5 HDX, back to you.
Copy that, Lane. 7-3. I was just kidding. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Hello there from the Netherlands. Nice to see you in there.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
It's a Monday. I can tell. I'm bummed because I'm going to be taking this antenna down pretty much a week from today.
Kilo Juliet 7 uniform Papa Yankee.
Kilo Juliet 7, the last three again?
Kilo Juliet 7 uniform Papa Yankee.
Kilo Juliet 7 uniform Papa Yankee. You're a 5'9" in the Southern California. The reason why I had you repeat your calls is I suck at putting them in my computer. But you're sounding good here in the Southern California down the coast.
Yeah, you're 5'9" in the Final Falls, Oregon. Good signal, really good.
Excellent. I appreciate it. And I'll put you in the logbook tonight. Is it James or Jim?
Either one.
Copy that. I appreciate the contact. And thanks for calling me back.
You're welcome. Thanks for the key. KJ7
7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
Whiskey 7, Juliet Mike, Quebec.
See if I got this one right. Correct here. Whiskey 7, Juliet Mike, Quebec. Is that correct?
USL, USL. You're 5 and 9 here into the southwest corner of the state of Idaho. And the name here is John.
Thank you there, John. Sounding good here into 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. I'm not familiar with that part of Idaho is, so I'm going to look that up. Oh, you're not too far away from Boise. Okay.
Well, geographically, we're not too far away from Boise, but politically, we're on the other side of the globe.
Copy that. Well, you're sounding good in the People's Republic of California.
Places. This one is our urban, if you will. Supposed to be suburban, but it's getting more urban. So we also have a mountain place that we operate from. My wife is also a ham.
Excellent. I'm looking at your QRZ profile. It looks like W7MME. Is that correct?
That's a Roger. That's my better half.
Copy that. Well, you're sounding good in the People's Republic of California, and I appreciate the contact tonight.
Okay, well, I'm an expat. We lived there for 54 years before we moved out. We were in Orange County. So I'm familiar with where you are and the lay of the land down there.
Yep, I'm actually only about probably 5 minutes away from the border of Orange County where I'm at. I'm off the 60 and 71-ish. So I appreciate the contact and 7-3.
Okay. Hey, good luck with you. Have some fun. Like I said, good signal going this way. By the way, I am running 50 watts on a mag loop, which is in a vertical position, and it's more or less oriented in your direction. Let's just give you an idea of what we're doing here.
Wow, you're sounding really good on a loop there. Only running 50 watts. I'm doing about 100 watts on a half-wave in-fed wired antenna here. So, but yeah, it sounded really good in Southern California tonight.
Okay, well, it's doing the job for you. Got you in my log, and have fun, okay? Whiskey 7, Juliet Mike, Quebec, 7-3.
I will, John. You too. 7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Band sounds pretty good. I don't know what happened.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf called CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, he did sound really good. For a loop? I got to figure out something here because I got to take my antenna down, like I said, because the poles are starting to rot a little bit, being out pretty much for 2 years or a year and a half.
Dustin, is that you in there?
Hey, what's going on? K6EGG KF0IGT. I didn't hear nobody taking there, so I figured I'd jump in and say hello to you. Not the best fan conditions, but I do have a copy of you, about a 5 and 5, 5 and 7 there.
Yeah, man. This is actually you're not sounding too good to me tonight, which is it's strange for me for you coming in this late. But definitely, I still have a copy on you. Thank you for the QSL cards there, pal.
Absolutely. Thanks for sending me a QSL card as well, man. So, hey, just stopping in to say hello to you. I'll get back out there and watch your live stream. K6EGG KF0IGT.
Copy that, 7-3, and I appreciate the contact again tonight. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf. This is Kilo 7 India Victor Zulu. Copy.
Kilo 7 India Victor Zulu, you're 5-9 into Southern California tonight.
Yeah, you are 5-9 into southwest Idaho. My name is Mike. I'm in Meridian, Idaho, which is about the next city to the west of Boise, Idaho. Over.
Copy that. Yeah, like I just talked to probably one of your neighbors there and kind of spacing on the city there. Let me see here. Star, Idaho?
Yeah, Star's a little further west and a little further north, just right down the road. We're all pretty close together in the Treasure Valley, as we call it. Over.
Copy that. Yeah, it sounds like we have someone's telling me direct pipeline into Idaho from California. So I appreciate the contact. I'll definitely be putting you in a logbook tonight, sir.
Great, thanks a lot. Well, and can you repeat your call sign as well? Also, over, QSO?
Sure. It's Kilo 6 Echo Golf, K6EGG, and you're 5-9 into my half-wave in-fed antenna into my 7610 here.
Roger, 73s, and have a great evening. Out.
7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Kilo 5, Mike, Golf, Mike.
Kilo 5, Mike, Golf, Mike. You're definitely a 5'9" here in the Southern California tonight.
QSL, yeah, you're 5'9" here in New Mexico. Hey, your call sign sounds familiar. You don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
I do. I'm actually live right now looking at your QRZ profile. What do you got going on for your antenna there?
Oh, it's just a homemade dipole up about 30 feet maybe. Nothing special, running about 400 watts, over.
Well, you are sounding really loud. Loud audio. You using a stock mic, or does it look like you're running a Heil or something like that on your, is it a 7300?
I was running a boom mic. It was just a cheap karaoke mic, but I'm on the stock mic right now, over.
Copy that, man. You sound like you're sitting in my driveway right now. So good to make a contact with you, and definitely putting you in the logbook tonight.
Yes, sir. Good to make contact with you. Have a good evening. 73 K5MGM.
Copy that. Yeah, if you're not busy, jump in the on YouTube and type my callers in and jump in the chat. Say hi.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Copy that. 73.
I think that's a new county for me. Looks like he logs too.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
You gonna watch when you're over in Europe? Kilo, is it Lima 5?
Kilo Lima 5 Bravo Quebec. I just want to make sure if that's correct, sir, right? From the great state of Alaska. Good to hear you in here tonight. I got a really light copy, maybe a 5.1. It's good to hear somebody from up there. I don't have to make too many contacts with Alaska, so it's good to hear you in here. What city are you nearby?
Nearby Fairbanks, about 40 miles south of Fairbanks. 5.
Copy that. Well, I'm going to definitely put you in the logbook tonight, and I appreciate you jumping in and making the QSO with me. Is it Phil? Copy that, Phil. 73, and I appreciate it. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
I'm making a lot of contacts in places I normally don't. That part of New Mexico, I don't think I made a contact with even in FT8 land. And Alaska, I don't even get that on FT8 very often. So
this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Somebody had some buzz there. You want to try again?
That's what I hear. Whiskey station, go ahead.
I think I got a Whiskey Zero station. Go ahead. Okay, I think I've made a contact with you. You sound familiar. Whiskey Zero Romeo Tango Alpha. Good to hear you in here again. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. I'm gonna I think about a 5.1, but always good to make a QRP contact. Josh, you kind of dropped out there a bit, but I'm going to definitely put you in the logbook tonight, sir. I can hear that you're still talking, but I can't read what you're saying. But I definitely heard you the first 2 times, and then the second 2, the last 2, I have not heard you. But 73, and thank you for the contact. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Alpha India 7 X-ray Juliet.
To Alpha India 7 X-ray Juliet. You're about a 5-5 here into Southern California tonight. Your callers sound very familiar there.
Yeah, we may have spoken before. I don't know. You're 5-5 into Canby, Oregon, or my wife Sam said Yoder or Needy instead. I don't really live in town.
Copy that. Yeah, you're coming in pretty decently. I've actually probably been close to that area. I know I've driven down the 5 down to Corvallis into Eugene to Salem and stuff. It's still a little bit further away from you, but good to make the contact with you tonight.
Yeah, nice making contact with you too, 7-3, and we'll talk to you another day.
Copy that. Putting you in the logbook tonight too, 7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Kilo Golf 4 India Mike India.
Kilo Golf 4 India Mike India, you're about a 5-7 into Southern California tonight.
Well, thank you, sir. You're 5-9 in Alabama. I'm about 20 miles north of Birmingham, and been listening to you for several minutes and watching you on your YouTube feed. That's pretty impressive. Over.
Copy that. I appreciate it. You came up that time to a 5-9. My buddy Sam there, KM4EEO, lives not too far away from you. We're trying to get him to get his general there. So hopefully this will entice him to do that, since I made contact with you not too far away from him. So we could probably make the contact. I appreciate the kind words, sir, tonight, and definitely going to put you in the logbook tonight.
Well, thank you very much. And we're a modest station. I'm running about 100 watts as a tri-band beam pointed your direction, and just sitting here armchair copy with you. Well, have a good evening. Have fun. 73 KG4 IMI.
Copy that, Michael. I appreciate it. KG4 IMI 73. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
His call sign was easy to...
0 Mike Alpha Delta.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean, what's up, man?
Well, moving the beam a little closer to you. I was pointed up straight north, or not north, but trying to talk to Japan anyway. So I pointed back your direction. You're coming in good, 5-7.
You're 5-9 as always. And you do sound a little different tonight. I don't know if you got my text. Was a compressor eating up your bass or something like that?
Oh no, I was using the 7610 to monitor my transmit audio, and I had the bass cranked
Nice to see you in there,
all the way
Wes.
up on the receiving radio, and so it was giving me a false sense of how much bass I was using.
Yeah, it's hard. I tried to do that with my 891 here, but you can like what's the word I'm looking to say? Overcompensate for what you're hearing depending on your headphones and how the radio is set up. So you can have a bunch of EQ and curve settings on the radio and mess up what you're actually listening to. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I just set the receiver up for flat audio. No gain on treble or bass, and I don't know. It should sound all right.
No, you sound good. Definitely sounds different than your 7610. I can't picture what it is. You're pumping through still good, but you just sound different.
Yeah. What's a lot different settings in it? Man, there's you got not only it's got a parametric EQ, which really the 7610 should have.
You figure being an SDR radio, it definitely should have it. It has the components in it to do it. I don't understand. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff the 7610 I think it should have, and one of them's DStar too.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice. HF DStar.
I don't even think the 77, what is it, 7780? I'm bad on model numbers. The new Icom doesn't even have the DStar in it, right?
I don't believe it does.
What a waste.
Anyway, you're up to 5.9 now that I got the beam on you, so I'll say 7.3 and I'll listen and see who else you get tonight. K6EGG, K0MAD.
Excellent. You came up to almost a plus 20. A lot of new folks tonight, and not having what's that thing called? You told me to turn off the notch filter. I don't know if it's bringing in more people, but it's a little easier for my ear to hear the callers in there. But I appreciate the contact again tonight, and have fun playing with that radio.
Oh yeah, the notch filter. It don't seem to do a whole lot, but sometimes certain voice peaks and audio peaks, it'll null them out. So it does help. K0MAD.
Copy that, 7-3, Sean. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, Kilo 7 Delta Bravo X-Ray, Dean up here in Seattle. Good evening.
Good evening, man. You sound super loud, man.
Am I too loud for you? I'll turn it down a little bit.
No, don't do that. You sound like you're sitting in my driveway there, but I appreciate the contact tonight.
Yeah, no worries. I just heard you in there. I was just scanning the band. Heard you call. Thought I'd answer. Enjoy the fun. Enjoy the evening. I'm going to kind of rotate around the band, see what I can listen to, what trouble I can get into. Have fun. K7 DBX.
Copy that. K7DBX. I appreciate the contact, and I'll put you in the logbook tonight, and I'll probably scroll around here in a few minutes and see if I hear any DX tonight. 7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Okay, I heard a Kilo Foxtrot 7 Romeo. Is it hotel?
QSL, yeah.
I think I got somebody on a nearby frequency that's kind of QRMing in, but I have you in here about a 5x5.
Yeah, you're kind of in and out. I got to give you like about a 4 and 3 or something like that. I kind of heard the copy.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody just north on the frequency here, probably at 255. But I appreciate the contact there, John. I'll put you in the logbook.
You sounded loud, dude.
I don't know if you heard me on that time. I appreciate the contact, and I'll have you in the logbook there, John. All right, going to try one more before I scroll around and see if I hear anybody calling CQ on this band before I head to 40. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
November 7, Romeo Golf Foxtrot.
November 7, Romeo Golf Foxtrot. You are a strong 5'9" here into Southern California tonight.
QSL, I have you a good 5'9" here into Eugene, Oregon as well.
I used to go to Eugene very often, working football games there. So we stop off in Corvallis and get beef jerky every time we'd go up there. So it's good to hear you in here.
Very good. You have a good evening, 7-3.
Copy that, 7-3. And yeah, you're in the logbook, definitely. And have fun, Mark.
Figure I'll try one more.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, called CQ 20 meters from the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform.
Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform, 5-9 into Southern California. Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform, you still there? Glenn, you still there? Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform.
A band couldn't have dropped out that bad. Really? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I've been kind of watching YouTube, tell you the truth. Kind of teaching me there.
Try one more time for Glenn, Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform. All right, I guess he's gone. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. One more on 20 meters here, calling CQ 20 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino.
Kilowatt 7, Juliet Yankee United.
Was it 2 kilowatts?
Kilowatt 7, Juliet Yankee United.
Copy that, Don. Kilowatt 7, Juliet Yankee United. You're about a 5-5 down the coast into Southern California tonight.
Yeah, Roger. Copy the 5-5. You're about a 5-7 up here in Eugene, are you?
Copy that. Yeah, I just was trying to make a contact with somebody in Oregon there, and he dropped out. But good to hear you in there. I don't know if the band dropped or not. But Don, I appreciate the contact there. And 7-3.
7-3's my friend, and you're making the trip up here. He must have dropped off or something. But radio sounds good up here. 7-3's my friend.
Copy that. 7-3.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was 2. I heard him.
I think I just heard somebody in there again. Say again.
Oh, yeah, it's my radio. I'm having problems with my radio. Had that same situation the other night. This is Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Uniform, and I figured I would get back to you really quick before my radio dies again. You're a 5-5 here in Portland, Oregon, and name is Glenn, Golf Lima Echo November.
Copy that, Glenn. You're 5-9 down the coast here to Southern California. I didn't know if the band dropped or what happened. I called you a couple times, didn't hear you call back, but I appreciate you jumping back in here. I'm guessing maybe you can still hear me. 7-3.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, at least I made the contact with him, the official contact. Should I try 40 or play around on 20 here?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf going QSY to somebody calling to CQ. Clearing the frequency.
November Alpha 8 India, W5NQ, expect you, Gene.
Same guy I made the contact with. I'll try 40 in a second here.
Slightly do your reach, but I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Tuner on this.
Let me go to 40 here. See if we can do it at 40 here. Lots of noise on 40 tonight, as always. Same guys. I just heard somebody here. What happened to him? Well, we could try it, Nate. I don't think you're going to make it through my noise, but you never know. See if I can find something clear here. I thought he said just CQ, but I wasn't sure.
Is someone just calling CQ?
No, I was just lurking out here on 7234, hanging out. The call sign here is N6RRV.
Wow, you sound like you are sitting in my driveway. You're just down in Mission Viejo. I'm up in Chino. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
You're up in Chino as in, what, Chino Hills? Around that Anaheim Hill area?
Nope, actually just in Chino, and you're a plus 40 up here. I'm off Euclid and just right by the Chino Airport.
Oh, okay. So Chino Airport. Okay, I know where that is. Yeah, you're about solid 20 over here, just banging in here. I have to turn down my audio because it's too loud. Anyway, yeah, the name's Scott, N6RRV. Just thought I'd turn on the radio, see what's going on here in 40 meters.
Yeah, man, you're sounding really good. I see that you have an Orban 9300. I think I had that same model. I'm not using it now, but yeah, you got some nice sounding audio, and I have the same exact voice preamp there, the 528E I'm using right now with an RE27.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love these Symmetrics. I use the Symmetrics primarily for noise gating and to do some cutting at the 160 hertz range. I don't use it for my preamp. It's part of the pass-through units I have. My preamp is made by DW Fern. It's a tube preamp, analog preamp. I run that into the, what do I have here? Yeah, I run that into the Symmetrics for noise, for my noise gate and for cutting. And then from there, I go into a Symmetrics aural exciter, big bottom. And then I take it into the 9300 for multi-band processing, multi-band compression, just kind of smooth it all out. And that's what I run. I run that into a Anon 7000, and then from there it goes into a Mercury Lux amplifier.
I used to have one of
Putting
those.
out about 1400 watts right now. N6RRV.
Copy that. I have, well, I shouldn't say similar setup, but I am running an Apex Aural Exciter 204. I have an SSL BiG SiX mixer that I'm running some of my audio through, but I am using the 528E. A little light compression, not too much. I do like the voice gates on it. I used a DBX for a little while, and you could just hear it crunch, and I think you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't get the sound out of it right, and I had the Orban. I didn't use it for air. I used it for my live stream, which I am right now. I just couldn't. What's the word I'm looking for? I just couldn't get it dialed in the way that I kind of wanted to. But yeah, I like the setup. And you using a Neumann for your microphone there?
Yeah, that's a Roger. I have a Neumann U87 AI, and that's what it's a condenser, and that's at the top of the food chain, and then going down ultimately into the Orban. Oh, a little other toy I've added to the lineup that you don't see there on the website, and that is a Behringer virtualizer. I have that, and that's right before the Orban, just to give it a little tad, just a little touch of reverb, but you probably don't notice it. It's barely on, but that's how I want it, just so you can barely hear it. But it just gives it a little bit more thickness to it, I think.
A little bit of double.
Let me get this straight here.
Yes.
You have a 9300 Optimod?
I apologize. I'm really bad on model numbers. I actually had a 6300. I never had it used for air. I use it. I'm actually live streaming right now. I use it to kind of level everything out, totally overkill. but I liked it. It had some good crisp sound, and I know what you mean by the reverb. I hear just a tad bit of doubling in there that gives a little bit more fatness, I guess would be a good terminology. But yeah, I love playing with the radio side of things. Yeah, I do it. I'm an audio engineer as a professional. I don't mix normally, but it's definitely fun to play with, and I try to make myself sound like a radio station out of my ham radio as much as possible.
Well, let me tell you what's going on. You got about a 20 over signal here. You got a really good audio noise. It sounds really good. You didn't tell me what radio you're on. You're about 3K transmit wide. I'm just thinking, can you broaden that out a little bit, because I think it would really increase your audio fidelity if you could. Yeah, the 6300 is a great unit, Orban unit. It's an earlier unit. I know it well, and it does a great job. The 9300 is just, it's more modern and does a few more things, and I just love it to death. But enough of that. I want to know what radio you're on. And there's a station there in San Diego, Craig, M6.
Yeah,
M6MUD.
I understand.
And I'm going to turn it over to Greg really quick, and I'm going to let him comment on your audio. And then when you come back, I want to know what radio you're on. And you mentioned you're on a RE27, which doesn't surprise me, because your audio at 3 kilohertz wide sounds really good. So before you respond, I'm going to have Greg jump in here. Greg, go ahead, N6RRV.
Yeah, hey Scott, good evening, man. Good to hear your voice, sounding marvelous as usual at 20 to 30 over 9 there. And a little plating there. When you're that strong, Scott, there's some plating there. I can definitely hear it. And Greg, good to hear you, man. You and the YouTube channel, I've talked to you a few times. He's running a 7610, I think, there, Scotty, so he's limited to 3K. But so is Smitty. So Greg, I think we can dial you in a little bit better there if maybe Scott can spend some time, or we can spend some time, and we can get that 7610 sounding better. I'm assuming you're feeding it digitally from the rear. Is that right? Or are you feeding it through the microphone? Go ahead there, Greg, N6MUD in the group.
Copy that. Good to hear you in there. I am feeding through the ACC input, the line level input on the back there. So definitely going in the back. I wish this thing would go a little bit wider, but I'm squeezing out as much. I might be squeezing out as much as I can, but if you guys have anything else, I would love to hear it.
No, it sounds great, man. I love the sound of it, but I'm just thinking I'd like to get that. So let me get this straight. Craig, does the 7610, it only goes to 3K wide?
That is affirmative. Only 3K wide, yes.
Because Smitty is. And Smitty's got the same constraints. So, and then Smitty was also using the same microphone as him. So Greg, I think as we can do a little bit more there. I'm not sure how that magic's going to happen. But I mean, you don't get me wrong, you sound great, but I think we can make you sound better there, over.
Any input, I'll definitely take. I fiddle with it. I've had the best compliments on this setup. I did just raise my my compression a little bit. I do like the RE27 because it brings out the little bit of sparkle in the top end. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about there. But any EQ settings or compression settings, I have my compressor set to 9, I believe, on my radio there, and I'm doing a little bit of light staging compression in the channel I'm sending the audio to the radio on.
Okay. Let's take a pause there. I think I heard K5 BLS in the background. Are you there, Jeff? Okay. And we got Scott out there, and I don't want to. Hey, Scotty, I don't want to derail your QSO there, but the main character that you need to talk to there, Greg, is WB1G. WB1G Smitty. He's got the exact same radio as you do, 7610. He's got some external gear, but he's got a lot of software type mixing gear like Stereo Tool and whatever, all types of other gear, right? But he's figured out a way to make his Icom sound really good. So If you hear WB1G on the air, hit him up for some information on what he did to make his 7610 sparkle just a little bit extra there, over.
Copy that. I was thinking about with the mixer I have a BiG SiX solid state. It technically is a digital board with an analog surface, but I can do inserts on each channel and apply like waves and stuff like that. I am running waves on a waves plugin for my live stream. I have an insert out of my my main output. I think I could probably do something with that with my what's the word I'm looking for? The channel that I have sending my my audio with on my console, but I haven't fiddled with it too much, to be honest with you.
All right. Jeff, do you copy Greg out there? How strong do you copy?
It goes to 4. It goes to 4.
Scott's got a good ear. My ear is not as good as those two, but I feel like you got a little bit too much compression there. But I want to get Jeff's opinion, because he's really good at listening to the audio and making trying to pick out the potential changes there. So K5 BLS. Hopefully you can copy
Icom, yeah.
and maybe give them a little bit of feedback there, over. Oh, yeah.
Love my flex. That through the house. Not overhead.
Yeah, you're running. I know he's running remote. Maybe you have some issues there, Jeff, on the remote setup. But getting every other word there, over.
Jeff, if you can copy, this is Scott. You're just there's glitches in your audio. You're not giving us a fluid response there. I know you're probably remote, but
by the way, anybody new in here, jump in the chat. Welcome to say hi to everybody there. Excellent, sounding good, man. I appreciate you. Excellent. I always like to hear new people in here. We're in Utah.
What was I going to say? So you're on the 7610. What is your receive bandwidth set at right now?
I'm wide right. I'm actually only at 3K wide right now.
Okay, so you're at 3K wide. So you're not really hearing the breadth of my audio or Craig's audio. I'm running what is it? I'm running 5K right now, and Craig's usually running 4 or 5 as well. And big difference between 3K and 4K. That's what I found to be the biggest difference in going wider. That's the biggest jump, I think, for quality audio. And then from 4 to 5, there's a little bit more. And I think at 5 is kind of like the major sweet spot. But 4 sounds pretty good, too. You're at 3, and you're listening at 3. So can you widen that a little bit?
Yeah, I can. I'm actually, I had a noise filter on because I got a S9 of noise here. But yeah, I'm going wide right now.
Yeah, when I listen to these guys on, ESSB, I always put my headphones on and I widen my audio receive bandwidth so I can hear the beauty of the audio coming from some of these guys, and it sounds really good. And I would encourage you to do the same thing, and that'll give you more incentive to do what you got to do with your 7610 and make it sound as good as it can possibly sound. I know Smitty runs his at 3K transmit wide, and I think that we've always been egging him on to get something that get him a little wider, because he's got a great voice as well, and I think his audio would just sound really marvelous if he could get out to at least 4 and maybe a little bit wider. I think it would sound really good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have. I'm running 3.6 right now, and I took off all the noise filters. Yeah, you sound like a. Don't take this the wrong way, because I like the way this sounds, like an AM radio station. You sound like you're literally like a broadcast station, obviously with your setup there. And that is my actual dream, to be like, sound like that. So I like to get there. I know the Icom has its limitations. I like the functionality of it. I love the metering of it. The setup menu is nice. I'm probably going to be sticking with this radio for a while. If I end up doing something, I might just go to maybe a what's it called? A Yaesu, was it FX101 or MP or something like that? I'm bad on model numbers. But I would love to go as wide as possible. I think those Yaesus go 3.6 or 4. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. My daughter's coming in here too.
Well, one of the Yaesus, and I don't know which model it is, when you set it up, when you turn it on, there's a couple buttons you push, and it takes you out to 4K right there on the spot. That's a great radio. A lot of guys use the Kenwood 890. That has a stock default maximum of 4K with some EQ, and you can get it out to maybe it's 4.5. I've had one of those, and it's a great radio. Love it. I wish I still had it, actually. But yeah, so myself.
Nice to see you in here, John. Maybe you can get your license by watching this.
FDR and the Anons and the Hermes Light and some of these other radios really give you a lot of flexibility. But I was going to say, you sound great, and yeah, man, you're definitely on track. N6RV over to Craig, San Diego.
Yeah, okay, Scott. Yeah, so Greg, I think the Icom kind of restricts you, but I mean, it's a good radio. I'm seeing what you're doing on your YouTube channel there. You got a cool channel going on there. Follow the meters and the radio and the camera on your SSL board there. So nice going, man. If you want to check this out, Scotty, check out his QRZ site, and on there there's a link to his live YouTube stream and. It's pretty cool what he's got going on there. But if you ever get the itch, man, the cheapest way to 4K or 5K is the Hermes Light 2 SDR radio. You probably heard about it. That's how I got into this. $400, less than that, and you get a 5-watt radio that's super software-defined radio. Works similar to the $3,000 plus Anons, except for it's just got 5 watts instead of 100. So hit me up, man, if you want more information about that, if you're ready for that. But it sounds like you're having a blast on your 7610, so I don't want to take any of that fun away from you there, Greg. Over.
Copy that. I appreciate it. It's just a lot of fun. Just making small little adjustments. I know sometimes when I'm not streaming, I'll jump on an SDR that I can hear myself on clear and just kind of slowly dial it in. As you guys know, you make one change, it affects something else. So, one thing at a time. And I think I got it dialed in as much as I can. I don't know. I don't want to mess with anything at this point, but I may want to if I can try to push a little bit more out. I'm just looking at all the meters and looking at all the stuff going out and coming in on the SDRs, and I think I might be able to push a little bit more, but everything counts. And when I was younger and I wanted to get into HF, I always wanted to kind of sound, get that radio station sound like I'm like booming out of your box, so to speak. And I'm sure you guys know what I mean by that. But I don't know. Definitely worth the try. I think the game changer for me so far was this RE27 with a top end on it. I've kind of gone back and forth when I wasn't live streaming with my RE20, and I've gotten better signal reports with the 27. I was going to maybe not use the 27, but I think I'm going to go with it. But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to cruise around the band, see if I can make a couple more 40-meter contacts, and I'll be a QSY on your final to me, both you guys. I appreciate the input. Thanks for watching the YouTube thing. This is part of the hobby I really love, the audio portion of it. 7-3, guys.
All right, Greg. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening out there, and I'm looking forward to listening to you on your YouTube channel there. 7-3, huh?
Yeah, likewise. 7-3 to you, my friend out in Chino. Boy, Craig, listening to his audio at 3KY, it's really clean. I'm looking on the waterfall here, and he's got what I call a block of cheese, very defined limits and very clean. No whiskers off to the left or the right of his bandpass. And boy, he sounds really good. I bet if he was wide, he would just really be outstanding, as would Smitty. I think that would take him to Nirvana if he ever decides to get out there. But it sounds great as it is on the 7610. Anyway, Jeff, BLS, are you back on? Did you square away those issues with your
So what he was mentioning there, Block of cheese. So I understand what he was saying. I got to put the noise reduction back on and not go wide. Stand by, guys. So what he was mentioning there is generally like AM radio or radio stations in general, they try to push it. Let me go off frequency a little bit here. They try to push everything up. So there's a maximum point where you can modulate at. And you want to have like everything in like the top like 8 or top 20%. You don't want anything to drop. You don't want any big dips because it's harder for it to go up and it will splatter usually. And generally it will splatter at the top if you got you don't have a tight compression ratio, so to speak. For something like music, you want like dynamics and stuff, but like for voices to pump through on like AM radio stations, you want to be as high up on the shelf, so to speak, as you can. I'm hearing some hard S's. I do need to EQ this a little bit for this. But yeah, you probably, Gray Man, you probably understand by what I meant by a little of that, at least. Mixing music is a lot more different. You want a little more harmony and pump and stuff like that. But for like radio, you want to just push as much maximum modulation as you can without having it splatter everywhere, which is in some cases pretty difficult. For mixing TV, not so much because you have the visual effect, but for radio, you just want to make them, you add a bunch of bottom end so it makes the rumble and the high end so you can hear stuff pop through the music and stuff like that. So anyways, I'm going to try to make some more contacts on 40 lane. If you're still in here, I'd love to make the contact. Anybody new, jump in the chat, say hello. Don't forget to hit that like button. Almost 60 of you folks watching. Might be a record tonight almost. Would love to make some contacts on 40 meters through the noise. I'm going to find something nice and clean, so to speak.
Wonderful kids. I don't have much to complain about them.
7. Do I have a... Hold on a second here. Let me dial this in. This sounds clean. Do I have a pedal handy? What do you mean by that? I'm using a pedal for my my transmits. I also have a 9700 there. Could be that easy.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
Dude, it has been a while. Nice to see you in there. So did you get all... You were in the process of moving, I think, last time, if I recall right.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
I remember you were remoting in or something, right?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino. Hold on a second.
Why is that? So, all right, I'll go back there.
Have to be tangible to touch. And you know what? I was kind of in that same boat, right? I still have the DAW here and the interface to get the mic in, but after that, I found I was able to get kind of the same signature sound that I got from the 528E, and I'm sure if I added those, maybe I'd get a little bit more, but I'm still only 3K, so you know, I think I'm making the best of what I got.
Smitty, I got to tell you something. Okay. When was the last time? The last time, other than prior to today, were you on the 27th?
I have been on the 7B for, want to say, since mid last week. Greg, when did I switch the two?
Probably over a week now, do you think? Or maybe a week and a half?
This guy sounds so good. I'm not even wide right now. I'm only running 3.
Maybe it's me.
So do I need to be back here? Or?
Can be good, and sometimes maybe not so good.
What's up, Dustin?
I just remember that I've heard you sound more upfront, more sparkled, more articulated in the past. I don't know if it's the SM7B. I've had an SM7B.
See, that goes back to what I said for me.
Just a little bit.
Each microphone sounds different with people's voices.
And that's when I changed. I changed the from the SM7B.
My voice does not sound good with the SM7B. My K8 MRD, yes, he sounds really good with the SM7B. I don't know why. But it's just a voice. It depends on the microphone and everything. Way it reproduces everything.
If I'm all wet. Anyway, that was my thought. N6RV. Go ahead, Craig. What's your thoughts?
Well, I was here when he was making those changes. By the way, welcome back, Greg. Good to hear you back on here. Real quick, Smitty's on now. He's the guy that has got the same radio as you, and he's feeding all of his audio virtually. But anyway, I was on the day that me and Smitty set up his SM7B, and I like the sound of it now.
I tried it like for a while. I could not get it dialed in.
But that's just me. So I don't know there, Scotty. Everyone's got their own opinion of audio. But at least
that is true.
My take, and I like how he sounds now. But then again, right? My opinion may be different. So who am I? I'm just a neophyte when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, back to you, Smitty.
Just remember, when you add something, you take something away. It's EQ is phasing.
And my measure was how you guys hear me, of course, and then also was looking at how.
Were you using an inline amp? I was using a
and there is a little gap
preamp.
Tiny little V curve. So I think that's what you're commenting on.
It's called a dynamite.
Correctly, or if I'm picking up on what you're putting down, but still have the profile.
Dynamite
today.
here.
By the way, hello to Greg K6EGG, who is streaming us right now. And this is Smitty, WB1G in Sackford Tomatoes, same radio as you, 7610. I'm direct feeding this radio via USB. And I'm using some virtual audio routing gear running on the workstation here to route the audio. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But I just popped his YouTube channel up and I saw that he was streaming, so figured I'd speak directly to Greg, K6EGG. But yeah, I think you're hearing the curve, the V curve, which I think it's a little bit more pronounced, if you will, than it was on the RE27ND. By the way, Greg, nice looking microphone. WB1G. Back to you, Scotty.
Exactly. I just did a scan on you there. You got that mid-range, little gap in that mid-range. That's maybe the difference.
I'm on a 27 right now.
Don't make any changes based on what I say. Don't do that. It sounds great, but I just noticed that it's not had that little muffle there that I'm picking up. But like I said, don't make any changes on my behalf. You sound great. And anyway, is the other Craig there? Is he back on? What's going on up there? N6RV and up to Chino.
I am back here. Still using my RE27. Nice to hear you guys talk about this. I think, yeah, I've read that you can feed the 7610 to the USB. I have not played with that at all. I have a problem with when I run stuff through like waves or something like that. I'm hearing a little bit of latency, and it's just enough. Like anything over like 20 milliseconds, it causes an echo in my ear. At work, I have to use some audio stuff called we use Dante, and it's just enough. It sounds just like Dante to me, so I can't EQ the feed or the microphone as much as I would like, because I'm not hearing it at the same time, if that makes sense, guys.
Yeah. audio latency is a killer, and sorry about all the packet loss. I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi here, so you can hear me better now. K5 BLS.
Yep, I got you in there.
Okay, anyway, yeah, the audio latency.
I don't know what happened to Jeff there, but Greg, K6EGG WB1G here in Sacramento, Smitty. First of all, beautiful looking microphone, and I was running one as of a week ago and then switched to this SM7B that I'm on right now. Yeah, if you ever want to chat about routing audio via USB, I use a program called Audio Repeater Pro. It allows you to put effects and any virtual EQ or virtual processing or whatever the case may be. Or you can just run it direct, and the latency is around 10 milliseconds, so it's not too bad. But you will notice it if you do a direct monitor off the front of the 7610. You'll sound like you're in a stadium.
Yeah, that's a killer for me because as you know, if you got a delay, you're not really hearing it real time, and you're basically the inner. You know, I'm not like a doctor. I am a professional, but the inner ear tube will cause like a phase, almost a phase cancellation. So it will change it almost sounds hollow. So I can never EQ anything gets routed to my computer. I have a couple things I use to route my BiG SiX console here, loopback, and which I can add that stuff and insert stuff. And God, I'm spacing on the other program that I use to route stuff through, because it's basically like a virtual Dante VB cable, I think, control. So I can route everything analog and separately digital to this console. And I think there is a way to send this that's the same feed, but I'm like I said, I like to hear myself through the radio to see what the radio is doing, because it does sound different if I listen to the radio versus the through the computer program.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, there's always a compromise for everything, right? Or you've got to kind of make choices of where you're leaning and what your preference is and where you want to. You got so much carrier to modulate, and so be it. But yeah, you sound very good. Nice microphone. Audio sounds good and clear. That RE27ND, and yeah, I know it well. WB1G.
I was just thinking. Craig's running his RE27, and he runs it through the preamp, as I understand it, with the 528E symmetrics. The 528E used to be a staple in many broadcast stations in years past, and you can have a very good sounding audio just with the 528E, utilizing the parameters that it has. It has a 3-band EQ, and it's got a gating, it's got a compression component, and you can, you got all that you really need if you just wanted to have the most simplest of stations. I would go with 528E or SM7B, or if you're a condenser mic, the 103. Neumann's a great condenser, very expensive though, by the way. But 528E, I used to run just a 528E alone with my 890 Kenwood, and it worked just great. And I had it with the with the SM7B and the RE27. And then I fell down the rabbit hole, and then I started doing other things and adding, and spending more. But that's a great unit, the 528E. It's an old unit, but it sure is great. And what was I going to say? You're using it as a preamp, though, right, Craig? I couldn't remember if you said you were.
I am using it. So this is kind of convoluted how I have it set up. This is the way I need to do it because I'm using the same microphone for the stream for my 7610 and my 9700. So the way my audio chain is, I got the I have the RE27 feeding the 528E. I have a splitter on the back of it, outfeeding one channel of the console. That's feeding the stream, and I have another input on the console that I just feed the radios with through a stereo aux out and I have that pre-fader. I have that turned down because I have some different EQ settings. So I have the left channel I have going to the 7610, and the right channel I have going to the 9700, and they're isolated out. I can control them, the gain through them, either through the channel on the mixer, or I can pan them, and it will also kind of take away, greater than, less than each channel. I also have obviously a master output on that individual output and a master output on the aux. So that way I can kind of control. You guys can probably hear me change the gain rate really quickly and really easily for the radio, and I can do it separately through for the microphone that's feeding the stream, or it's the same microphone, but the different feed, so to speak. So I know it sounds convoluted, but it's the easiest way that I can keep stuff isolated, and I can also have the same microphone do as many different functionalities as I need for the stream. So I know it's convoluted once again, but it seems to work for this setup here.
Well, hey, Greg, would you agree with me? That sounds pretty convoluted to me. You have to have a gift of understanding all those connections and what to do and what not to do. I don't know. When I set up my stuff, I let it go with the hands of other people more smarter than me in audio to hook my stuff up.
I had hold on a second. I'll get it in a second.
And engineering-wise, that's not my gift in life. So I always depend on James, for example, K6EGG. He's my engineer. He does all my setup, and I rely on him and all of the people out here on ESSB land to give me insight. That's how I set up my stuff, because I just don't have the...
See, I need to go 4K.
Country bumpkin lawyer. What do I know about audio, right? Anyway, N6RV, over to San Diego, Craig.
All right there, Scott. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I'm a neophyte when it comes to this stuff, too. So, but I'm learning, man, and it's all about learning, and thanks to you guys and all the other guys out there that have drawn me on this journey here to get myself sounding somewhat okay, I guess, on ESSB here. So, but Smitty, I want to go throw it back to you. Maybe, I don't know, Greg, I know the latency is an issue for you, and latency is an issue for me too. I have some external gear, but I also do some internal gear, and latency is something that does provide an issue. But
yes, it will actually. It'll sound a little bit clearer.
I'll record myself on an SDR or something, and I'll play myself back. You got to make sure you trust right SDRs, ones that don't, basically
filter,
skew the audio at all. Some of the SDRs out there do have pretty flat audio, but that's kind of what you do there, and that's how you get around the latency. At least that's how I do it when I'm EQing it. But Smitty, let's pass it back to you, and I think Jeff's also back online now. So Smitty, once you're done, pass it back to Jeff, and maybe Jeff can add some comments in there too. WB1G, pick it up from N6MED in the group.
Yeah, I think I might even be a little biased overall, because I was a stadium announcer, so slapback and things like that don't bother me at all. Hearing myself echo back and whatnot just doesn't get to me. So a little bit of latency, especially 10 milliseconds, no problem whatsoever. I monitor the SDR pretty much in real time.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes, not all the time, and that's delayed by
I wish I could sound like this.
Milliseconds. So I'm hearing myself 200 milliseconds later in my ear, but still keeping up with the conversation, with the pattern of speech and such. It's practice. Many years of being a stadium announcer. So at any rate, yeah, I can understand the latency though, and been doing professional audio and broadcast audio my entire career. So I'm right there with you. Totally hear you. All right, I'll give it over to K5BLS. This is WB1G with an ID on the 10.
Okay, thanks, Betty. Well, I switched over to T-Mobile Wi-Fi here in my cell phone, because I think it's the Wi-Fi here at the hotel. So if you guys are hearing any strange anomalies again, please let me know, because I can't back monitor while I'm using the iPad. So anyway, don't really have a whole lot to add in here, because I missed half of what was being said since I was trying to fiddle with the
he's got a good grounding system there.
BLS remote from Elko, Nevada.
We were talking about Greg's needs for low latency, and I was trying to introduce him to what I had done with Auto Repeater Pro and doing direct feed audio routing directly to the radio, but it does add 10 milliseconds. And so for the sake of his YouTube stream and stuff, that wasn't going to work out. But that's the direction I was going, and that's what you missed.
Okay, well, I mean, it's always possible to split the mic audio off and monitor it separately than the audio that's processed. I was looking at Angry Audio. They actually had a box in there, which, I don't know, it doesn't look too terribly expensive. It did just that, so that you could have a little bit of processed mic audio in your ear, split it off the main signal so that it goes to the board, but the talent is still able to hear themselves processed without the latency and making weird syllables and noises that don't sound like words, kind of like Finding Nemo.
I got to run, guys. I got to see what Winnie's doing. I got to take a break here. I'll be back a little later. N6RB.
7-3.
Catch you later, Scotty. Thanks for stopping by.
7-3.
Here, Scotty.
By the way, I heard Angry Audio. I saw some stuff on YouTube about them. I'm definitely interested on some of their gear.
Angry Audio?
I talked to a couple of their broadcast engineers that I know over this way, and I've inquired about the studio feed. They were intrigued about it too, surprisingly.
Is that for the 7610?
Watched a couple YouTube videos as well and went, that actually looks pretty interesting. Just don't know whether I want to pull that kind of money out of my pocket to try.
What does that do?
Yeah, I heard they have preamps made just for individual microphones of all things. So that would be definitely interesting. It sounds good, but I kind of like dialing it in myself, if you know what I mean.
For some, and I think they really designed it.
The other thing for me, getting a unit like that that's pre-set up, everybody's voice is a little bit different. So it might be compensating for something else that I don't have or I do have. So I don't know. That's why I kind of like the dial up. I really like the 528E just for that. I'm actually almost completely flat on everything except I'm adding a little bit low end because my voice sucks.
No.
Take care, Lane. Were you able to hear me?
All right, guys, I'm going to float around the band. I want to try to make a couple contacts because I got to bring down the antenna in a couple days because I'm going out of town for a week. But I appreciate the chat as always, and good to hear you folks in there. Greg and Smitty and Craig, N6MUD. Good to hear you in here as always, and I love the grounding once again.
All right, man. Greg, have fun.
Hey, man. Have a good evening. Good hearing you on, and congrats on the great YouTube stream there.
7-3, guys.
7-3.
Yeah, Greg.
K5 BLS.
7-3, Greg. K6EGG from WB1G.
All right, so I want to make a couple contacts on 40 still. It's good to rag chew, and I would love to play with that some more. Where am I? What 217? Was that where we're gonna go? Let me
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
dude, I'm letting my compressors talk for me.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
Yeah, try it out, man.
Yeah, give it a shot.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Nice to hear you in here, Sam.
K6EGG, kilowatt 6 Tango Lima Lima. K6 Tango Lima Lima, Northern California, 1 mile south of Oregon. Go ahead.
Copy that. Kilo 6 Tango Lima Lima, correct?
That is correct. Jim, Juliet India Mike. Juliet India Mike. You're about a 5'6". I'm 1 mile south of Oregon. Barely in California. A small town of southeast people. I'm 27 miles southeast of Klamath Falls, Oregon. But I'm in California. Yeah, you just get slow. You can't see here. And keep me because you're down around LA. K6 Tango Lima Lima.
Thank you there, Jim. Yeah, I'm in the city of Chino, about 40 miles east of Los Angeles. You're about a 5'5". I have about an S9 of noise. Lots of noise on 40 for me, unfortunately. But good to hear you in there and good to make the contact. I'm going to put you in the logbook tonight. I don't know if you log or not, but definitely always good to get some logs from up in Northern California.
What's your name?
Name here is Greg. Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf. Once again, Greg.
Yes, Greg. Yeah, good talking to you. Very good audio. I heard you call a couple times. I was busy recently here. Yeah, I've been here 67 years. Age 81. And I run out farmland here for mainly alfalfa hazel dairy. Just looking around the band, I'm using an Icom 7300. I'm driving a AL80B amp and a 260-foot square horizontal instrument, Greg. You're up. Go ahead.
I'd love to hear that.
Copy that. I appreciate that. I was just up on another frequency where we're talking about some audio settings and stuff. So I appreciate that. I got the RE27 into my 7610, just running 100 watts into my in-fed half wave in my backyard. But good to hear. Pardon me. Good to hear you in there. I'm starting to lose my voice a bit here. I've been on the radio here for about 2 hours. So, Jim, I appreciate the contact. I'm going to try to make a couple more here before I have to go. But 7-3, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put you in the logbook. I don't know if you do it or not.
I don't think you worked before. My genetics, I got this call back in 54, 55. We didn't have that again. But it was TLL, Toohey Lake. So I'm Toohey Lake lover. Easy to remember calls, just like looking at it for the EGG. But I got it on my QSL card before I come out to pasture. I'm 81. Thank you, Greg. Won't hold you. I appreciate you coming back. I certainly do. Good luck. I'll look for you again. Hey, TLL, Toohey Lake lover. Look me up, QRZ.com. Thank you.
Copy that. 7-3 is there, Jim. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
K1VHR in Pittsburgh, California.
I hope I got this right. I was trying to figure out. I've never heard of Pittsburgh, California. Is it K1ZAR?
No, it's Kilo 1 Victor Hotel Romeo. K1VHR in Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento in the Sacramento Delta River area. And way on the east bay of San Francisco. So good signal up here from down south. K6EGG, I believe, K1VHR.
Copy that. Looking you up. Sorry, I hacked your call letters there, Gordon. K1VHR, 5-9 signal down the coast here into Southern California. Nice setup there. Looks like you got a couple of Yaesu there and an older Kenwood, if I'm correct. Sounding good once again here in the Southern California. What kind of microphone is that there?
Several of them. Name is Gordon, Golf Oscar Romeo, David Oscar Nancy. Well, since the QRZ page has changed a little bit, there's an FTDX 5000 pushing into a Mercury 3S amplifier that I sort of relegate to 75 meters. and everything else is FTDX 101 with our Mercury Lux running about, well, right now 1,000 watts into the antenna. But they are Yaesu MG100s. I really like their response. And the antique radios are KWM2A and a TR4, Drake TR4. And one has, they're both statics. One's a D104 and the other's a Bullet Mic. Anyway, so other than that, I'm on the FTDX 101 right now and pushing about 1,000 watts into an end-fed antenna up about 35 feet. So got a great signal up here, a little bit over 9. K6 Echo Golf K1VHR, original from New England.
Yeah, copy that. The one call kind of threw me off, and you said Pittsburgh, and I heard California. I was checking to see if my ears are right, and but yeah, it sounded good, Gordon. My first name is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf. Yeah, I saw the D104s there. I used to have one on my HR 2510 when I used it for a CV back in the day. So familiar with that microphone. Very good sounding microphone for the CB use. Obviously for ham radio, I haven't used one on that for that, but yeah, sounding good. Good signal. You're almost a plus 40 down here with your 1,000 watts, your kilowatt down the coast. So I appreciate the contact there. Kilo 1 Victor Hotel Romeo. I'm going to see if I can get a couple more contacts in here before I lose my voice. I'll be calling QS or CQ on your final. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
Oh, very good, Greg. Yeah, I just heard you in there and got a great signal on 40 meters tonight, so it just had to come back to you. So talk to you later. Hopefully run into you again, and appreciate the contact, and good luck this evening. K6 Echo Golf, correct? K1VHR is clear, 73.
73, Kilo 6 Echo Golf, calling CQ 40 meters from the city of Chino, California, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf. K6 Yankee Papa Bravo.
I heard Kilo 6 Yankee, Papa Yankee Bravo, is that right?
Close. It's K6 Yankee Papa Bravo, K6YPB, and I'm up here in Cape Junction, Oregon, southwest of Grants Pass.
I'm sorry, man. Can you give me the call letters again? I mispunched them into my computer here. Try again.
Kilo 6 Yankee Papa Bravo, K6YPB.
Copy that. I got you in there, Mike. K6YPB. You're a 5-9 here into Southern California tonight, sir.
Outstanding. I'm just using setting up an IC-706 I've had it stored for a long while, and put up a end-fed dipole, or off-center end-fed dipole, so it sounds like it's working pretty good.
Damn, I always want Connecticut contact.
Copy that, man. I appreciate the contact tonight. I'm going to try to get a couple more before I lose my voice, and I got to head out and get ready for work tomorrow. Tonight's my Sunday night. So I appreciate the contact there, Mike. 73 K6YPB. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
All righty, have a good one, K6YPB.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf, calling CQ 40 meters from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. Whiskey Kilowatt 5 Hotel, was that it? I got you in there with a noise. It's going to be a rough one, but I'm going to give you a 5-5 just because it's not your fault. It's my local noise. Brian, thanks for trying, man. I'll see you in the chat. You dipped into my noise, unfortunately, but it's my fault, not yours. I'm going to try one more here before I lose my voice. This is Kilo 6, Echo Golf Golf, calling CQ 40 meters.
November 6th, Alpha Tango Charlie.
Hey, man, I got you in there, Kurt.
Yeah, hey, how's it going? Let me change my bandwidth here. We're getting walked on by adjacent stations. Just a second. Okay, that should be better. Hey, Greg, how you doing? It's been a long time, buddy.
Yeah, man, I hope all is well. Everything good in your world?
Yeah, everything's great. It's probably been a couple of years since I've talked to you on the radio, I imagine.
No, it doesn't really help.
I think it was last summer, the last time, if I recall, right?
Your memory's probably better than mine. I knew we did a DStar contact while you were live streaming. We were both on our 9700s, and I think we might have had an HF contact. I'm not sure. I just don't remember real well, and I don't have my logbook.
Kate, it makes it worse because I can't hear the stations.
Yeah, I think we tried on 40. I'll have to look on my logbook there. I don't know if I was logging with the software then. Actually, I don't think I have you logged on HF.
You know what? I'll write down the details of this one, and I'll put it in the log so that we both have it. I'm going to show the time as 4:08, and on this frequency, and you're 59 plus 10. You're in the northern Arizona.
Copy that. I appreciate it, man. I'll definitely put you in tonight. Yeah, I'm looking online, and I don't see you in my QRZ at all. And I got everything going to my QRZ, so kind of strange.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, I'll put it in there tonight and you'll have it. I heard you're going to take a trip in a week or so. Where are you going?
I'm actually going to work. I'm working in Honolulu for a couple days, and I'm going to spend an extra day there before I come back for my daughter's birthday party.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, have a good time. I hope the weather's good. And I don't recall what you did for a living.
I'm a television sound engineer, and I normally work on sports, and we're covering the Clippers are doing a preseason game there in Honolulu. I actually did one last year, and I was able to do a POTA with King Henry VI Whiskey India. Was hoping he was going to be there this time, but he had his work sent him out of town for a couple months.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. Hey, it's good making contact again. You know what? I'll drop in here more frequently so we can stay in touch. You're a really good guy. You do a great job live stream, and it's just fantastic. So I'll let you hit somebody else if you want to. If not, I'll just say good night, goodbye for now. 73, and it's really good talking to you again.
Copy that, man. Good to hear you again. And we got to try a couple different bands too eventually. I'll probably be on Sunday night again, and then won't do HF for a week or two, at least at home, till I get the Palomar antenna up, which I can do 80 with. So I'm going to try to get some voice contacts and some FT8 contacts on 80. So I appreciate the contact. Pardon me, in 73.
Whiskey India.
Try one more time. One more try for one more contact there. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meters. One last time. I heard a Kilo station. Try again. Kilo Delta 9? And I can't pick you out through the noise there. You want to try one more time phonetically? Kilo station? right, there. I think I got it that time. Kilo 9 Delta Whiskey Golf. Patty, I'm going to give you a 5-1 just because I have the noise here, but I appreciate you repeating your call so many times there. And great QRZ picture there. 7-3, and I appreciate you being patient there. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf going QRT.
I think that's right?
That's right.
All right. I think I was going to mess that up.
You about did.
I about did.
You hesitated.
I did hesitate. Lots of new contacts out there tonight.
Lots of new Discord members and views.
Yeah, new people in the chat tonight. And I got a chicken hat from the chicken guy.
Wait, what did I miss?
So remember the POTA? I did it in Hawaii with Hamstick Eric, and I think he's still in Sonobus. I think I still see him in there.
It's just me.
Yeah.
No, he's in there. There was a guy cooking chicken for like an hour and a half. I don't know why it felt like an hour and a half.
The whole time.
The whole time we're there, he was cooking chicken. Or at least part. You could see him in the video. I'll have to bring up the video again. But I'll wear the chicken hat to Hawaii there. I don't think I'm going to be bringing any radio gear with me. I might bring my 52, with me. Maybe connect on a local repeater there. But
hey, be careful. They may file a complaint to the FCC monitors about you.
Right. I'm down. Bring it on. It wouldn't be the first. Well, actually, that would be the first FCC complaint. But I appreciate all the new folks in there. If you're still in here, don't forget to hit that like button. Only about 33 of them. And then we had like 60 people watching, I think, at one point. But lots of new folks in there talking about audio routing and stuff like that. And latency, I have a big issue with it here in the Echo, my inner ear, which kind of like goes down in this area. And I don't know the name of that particular tube. The other thing with the audio routing, it's so difficult to do audio routing with all the RFI that gets in the signals. And I'm running a lot of audio to and from the radio, the preamp, outputs to other things in the shack here. I had a Dominator in line, Aphex Dominator 2. I just couldn't get the sound I wanted out of it. I have audio XLR spacing on it. ISO transformers, which also audio ISO transformers. I don't know if Gray Man's in here. They're basically audio notch filters that hit the frequency of the buzz. They also affect the audio fidelity, which I'm actually thinking about taking them out of line and seeing if that makes a difference in my audio. I don't know. I'll have to play with that and see how I feel about that. But
of course,
you'll probably hear some buzzing because I'm going from a AC source to a DC source, and balanced and unbalanced. I don't know. We'll see. Feedback eliminator. No, it's not an IL-19. I'm spacing on the.
I used to run a buzz eliminator. I had my Personas that went from channel out into my radio, but it's like a ground lift, whatever.
I don't know if a ground lift would help because you're going from balanced to unbalanced because the ACC input to and I don't know why they do this. The ACC input to the 7610 is unbalanced, and 99% of the professional audio gear out there is balanced. Some of the gear I've seen, ground lifts are for when you are going from balanced to unbalanced. Correct. 99% of the gear is balanced audio out. But sometimes when you lift the ground, you have a ground potential between the two sources, because one of them's DC and the other one's AC, depending on how you have it grounded. So you run into all kinds of bad stuff. That can create RFI loops, ground audio loops, like voltage loops. I've seen people put meters on stuff in between components and it will light up. So I don't know if I want to play that game, but it's interesting to see since I haven't taken it off since the radio's grounded to earth ground and the antenna's grounded to earth ground. We'll see. Everything is pro audio is DC. The mixer is DC, but the preamp is AC. There's no DC to AC converter on it. The mixer is actually DC. It has an adapter on it. Good point. But the output is balanced. I'll have to mess with that stuff. I don't know how that would work since I've changed it. All the AFX and all that stuff, there's directly AC in. There's no DC. There's no DC plug on it. All electronic, but they're fed by AC though, right? Yeah. Well, the inside is, I guess it's where you're converting it. If you're a wall wart or converting it into converting it inside the unit itself. Very good points, Tim. They do have converters inside or transformers inside for that. Anyways, I'm getting very tired. Once again, anybody new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will probably be on Sunday night. Hamstick.
What's up?
You're probably very tired, or actually you're probably very jet lagged.
I took a nap today.
Oh boy.
2 naps yesterday.
What time do you have to be up tomorrow?
I'm on that.
Or today?
I don't know. I think I have to be to work at 8:30.
Oh, that's not too bad. Will you possibly be around on Sunday night?
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I'm going to get out of here. See you in a couple weeks. Hey, if you're around when you're up, Nate, wherever you may be, jump in the chat and say hello. I'm going to get out of here. Sam, you got anything to say?
No, I did my job earlier, so
you
have
did.
a great night and see you on Discord.
Yeah, take care, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for you guys watching tonight. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Gray K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel.